Right. Are we live? Is it happening? Welcome everyone to Happy Sundays or Monday, depending where you're watching from. I'm Nathan, Ninja Monkey, and it's the first stream of 2026. Wow. Crazy to think. 2026, Happy New Year to all of you watching in this stream. Hopefully everything is working, everything is fine. And for those of you who don't know who I am, I'm Nathan, Ninja Monkey. I have another channel called Happy Gaijin, and basically I make Japan travel content with a focus on helping travelers like you have the best trip possible. Whether it's itineraries, tips, advice, or updates, here I am, and we're building a great little community here of awesome people, like-minded people who are always there, willing to help, and it's pretty awesome. So, if you do have a question, make sure that you at Ninja Monkey, or make sure that the question is nice and clear. And as always, I am very thankful of all super chats, etc. And I already have some, so let's see. Banana and Yuzu fans, thank you so much. Why isn't it coming out? Wait a minute, I know why. Because I'm out of practice. Banana and user fans, here we go. Thank you so much. Arigato gozaimasu. Frog Lady, thank you so much. Much appreciate it. And Jim Ross is also in the house, and already 5 Ninja Monkey gift memberships. Arigato gozaimasu. Thank you so much, Jim. Hope you're doing well, cowboy. And hey, we have a message. 37 months. Wow. Thanks for keeping us all updated on Japan, Monkey-san. You're very welcome. Everyone's welcome. Let's get to it, see who's here. I have a few little exciting things that I want to show you also. Let's get going. Let's make sure that everything is running smoothly, and let's make sure that everybody can hear me. Let's just check that you can hear me. Awesome people. All right. Okay. We have Bojo, how are you doing? Bojo Pigeon, howdy. Wanted to ask you, why is it a pigeon and not like a fly fish? Huh? Bojo fly fish? Perza, hello everyone. Hey, Frog Lady, obviously. Hello everyone. Gold Coast is also here. Awesome. Hi, Monkey Gun. 7 bananas to go. I need to count how many bananas I have. Tommy, hey, Gazumi. What is it? Gazumi is a fly fisher. That's it. I made a mistake there for a second. Kazumi, how are you doing? And 5.6, very specific. 0.6, I love it. When you start like getting to those little points, it means it's very close, getting closer. Phil, Canada. Hey, welcome, Phil. How are you doing? Let us know where you're watching from. Let us know why you're watching. Let us know if you have any questions. And if not, you can just hang out here for an hour or so and chill. Have this in the background, no problem. Tawada is also here. Hey, Tawada. Hope you're having a fantastic time away from Japan. I'm guessing away from Japan. Blue Owl. Awesome. Frog Lady has 66 bananas to go. Is it that much? Seriously? Will it be like 66 for me too? Because I think I'm going to Japan roughly the same time as you. So 10 bananas for Kazumi, 66 for Tommy. Japan is obviously here. Thanks so much. Awesome. We're getting closer every day. Hello, Japanaholics. I am the only one who can't see Nathan. Am I the only one who can't see Nathan? Wait. Are we live? I think so. This is a little bit delayed, so I see Nathan, but he's frozen with 2 fingers in the air. Really? Am I? Nathan will be back after subliminal. Okay, let's just double check that everything is running properly, because now I have my doubts. Oh yeah, it is running. Because now I have my doubts. All right. Okay, it's all good, guys. We're live. It's working. I just freaked out for a second there. Here he is. I should have read it a bit down. A bit hello to all the Land Down Under Brigade. Yes, indeed. There's quite a few of you, actually. Growing community. Every time I look at my stats, I can see the little the like down under people slowly gain percentage in the stats, which is pretty cool. Very cool. Unfortunately, I'm not in Japan anymore. I'm back home, and I think I've sort of over my jet lag. It takes a few days. I hope so. Anyway, so yeah. Currently planning a trip to Hokkaido for next month. Any tips? Francisquito. Yes, 100%. Well, February is a great month to go to the Sapporo Snow Festival if you haven't penciled that in. I believe it happens around the second week or so of February. I can never go because of work, but I am so wanting to check out the Sapporo Snow Festival in the future. So that is definitely the tip that I was going to say for Hokkaido in February. However, you know, like, it's going to be very snowy, it's going to be very cold. Be prepared. Be prepared. Greetings from Vancouver. Hey Phil, thank you so much for being here and sharing some time with us. Japan has changed gaijin. If for some reason that title just works. I've tried other titles and then like they don't perform. I don't know, guys. It's like the magic of YouTube. It's like you just don't know. What on earth? You heard Izumo Ben last month. That sounds kind of interesting. Izumo Ben. Ooh. Have I tried Christmas cake? Japanese Christmas cake. I actually haven't tried. Maybe it's something that have I tried it? No, I have not tried Christmas cake in Japan. Um, you see, something to add to my list. Why not? Bought my first Osaka banana and Narita on Friday. I only have one left. What? Yes, banana. Tokyo banana. On that note, guys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, and all of you who are watching, animals too included. Maybe there's a dog or a cat watching. Hopefully there are no bears watching. But I got myself a fresh, very fresh Tokyo banana. Very fresh Tokyo banana. What has this channel become? This channel has become one big free advert to Tokyo Banana. For those of you who don't know, I'm a little bit obsessed with these treats. I usually keep them in the freezer, which is a pro tip. You know, do it at your own risk. Obviously, I'm not like a dietary expert or anything, but these things have a very short shelf life. They usually have like a week and a bit or 10 days shelf life, so they don't last very long. However, if you put them in the freezer, you can take them out whenever you want. They defrost very quickly, but this one's fresh. I just bought it from the airport just before leaving Japan. I am excited. I have a freezer. I mean, I should take a picture of my freezer. It's a bit ridiculous. I have a drawer full of Tokyo Banana. I kid you not. Mm, magic. Magic. Mm. That's a long story that goes back to picking BBS usernames back in high school. Okay. BBs. It is. It's like catching up with old friends. Frog Lady. I honestly hope that one day we can do like a proper. It'd be so awesome if somehow, if you know, everything synced up in a way that we were all in Japan at the same time. What a amazing party it could be. Like, not a live stream, but just like gathering around the table, and it'd be pretty cool. Everything's working fine. Thanks for the card. Hey, you received the cards! Yay! Patrons, top tier patrons, and some of the newer patrons have I sent cards over. So let me know if you did get them. I thought they were pretty cards. A mixture of cards, to be honest. Hi, going Japan the third time. Awesome. Question: Kanazawa, Ohimeji, Okayama, Nagoya, or Yokohama stay than 1 day trip from Japan? Okay, let me think. Let me try to make sense of what you've written there, Elf Mage. Going to Japan for the third time. Question: Kanazawa or Himeji? Okay. Okayama, Nagoya, or Yokohama stay than more than 1 day trip from Japan. I don't quite know what you're trying to say, but I'm guessing that what you're asking is where should you stay for day trips? And if that's the case, I think that Okayama or Nagoya from those two areas would make for great bases for day trips, if that's what you're asking. Watching from the UK, Xom Talks, how are you doing? It's a new year. I went to Japan last year and I'm thinking about another trip. Well, thinking about another trip is what we do here. That's what we do, guys. There were the messages while we were waiting for you. Okay, yeah, I noticed. We're a bit delayed, but doesn't matter. 4th to the 11th of February, the Sapporo Snow Festival. There you go. First time was in August in Japan. The second time last year was July. Hot, but much less tourists. It can be. Well, it really depends where you go, to be honest. For Hokkaido, the next view of Hakodate, the night view of Hakodate, I agree, is extremely beautiful. Towada. It's actually rated as one of the top 3 night views of Japan, but it can get a little bit squeezy. A present for when you retire. What present? Hello, Rank, how are you doing? Canada, I think people there have an unhealthy love of gold leaf. Well, is there such a thing as an unhealthy love of gold? Really? Really, Tawada? I'll be in Fukuoka in late February. I'm going to be arriving in Tokyo, then flying into Fukuoka and then using the bullet train to go from Fukuoka to Osaka. Any tips for the plane ride and or Fukuoka Osaka ride? Let's see. Let me just digest what you said there. You'll be arriving in Tokyo and flying into Fukuoka, so that's quite easy. The only thing is that depending on the flight, if it's international, converting to domestic, you might have to get your luggage and then recheck in your luggage. Just be aware of that. Then you'll be using a bullet train to go from Fukuoka to Osaka. That's like super easy. It's like very, very easy, so don't worry. That's my tip. Just double check what's happening with the luggage. Really. Hey, Rank, thank you so much. Arigatou gozaimasu. Thanks so much for the $2 super chat. Much appreciated. And I'm stuck. I've just noticed that I'm stuck. What's going on with me today? Why? Why is my camera playing up? Come on. I am aware that I'm stuck, but hopefully you can still hear me. And hopefully... There's something weird with this camera. Seriously, I love the DJI Pocket, but it really does whatever the hell it wants to do. There we go. Oh! Are we back? Oh, yes, we're back. Sorry about that, guys. I don't know how long I was black, but yeah. Is it true that most places do not like accepting 2,000 yen notes? First of all, 2,000 yen notes are a little bit rare. I've never had an issue with a place not accepting a 2,000 yen note. On the contrary, I think that when you present a 2,000 yen note, people are usually quite surprised and they like it. The only thing that you need to be aware is that vending machines and that sort of thing, paying at ramen stalls, etc., won't accept 2,000 yen notes. So just be careful in that case. Question: if Kanazawa is worth that, like Kyoto Onsen or base in Osaka, travel to Himeji, Okayama, or Nagoya? Question: if Kanazawa is worth it. I don't understand the question. I'm very sorry, Elf Mage. I think I would say base in Osaka or Okayama is what I would say from what I'm thinking, what you're saying, more or less. Japan, one of those places. Every time I visit, I think that was a great trip. I'm good. I'll go somewhere else next time. Then 6 months later, I think I should visit again. This is the problem, isn't it? I think it's a shared problem here. When planets align. Let's see. One day it will happen when we can all be in the room at the same time. It will be seriously. It will be so much fun. I can see it being a lot of fun. But what would we talk about? Would we still talk about Japan if we were in Japan? That's a question. Himeji was the best base for Kansai region for me. For me personally, I think I stayed in Okayama last time, and that's become one of my favorite bases actually to stay out of, to explore that general area. If you want to do day trips, The world's upside down. It's warmer in rural Alberta than in Tokyo. What? I'm already planning to try a late spring trip if I can make it work. You should make it work, Jim, Get your Japan fix for 2026. Gold Coast also got the card. Yay! Awesome. I usually try to send everyone exactly the same card so that I can keep tabs of like what cards I've sent. But for some reason, for some silly reason, I made the silly mistake of packing, because what I do is I buy the cards when I leave Japan, and then I don't know why. Well, I do know why, but I basically purchase the cards whilst I'm in Japan, and I bring them home, and then I take them back to Japan with me when I write them. Just because sometimes when I want to write the cards, I don't want to be looking for the cards and writing them. I want to have the cards already. I don't know if that makes any sense. But this time around, I made the boo-boo of of taking a mixed pack, so you all have completely different cards. Hopefully, I don't send a repeat card in the future. I think Hakone is worth visiting. I made a video about it. Maybe Japan can share the video. I think it might be on Happy Gaijin actually. But I really, really like Hakone. Just, just be aware that there's going to be, it is a popular place, but for a reason. Oh, the present to visit the snow festival. Yes. Have you taken a ferry in Japan? Just curious if you booked a single room or a dorm style area. I've taken plenty of ferries, but they've never been anything past 4 hours. Nothing like overnight, nothing like super long. So I've never had to book a single room or a dorm style room or anything like that. But it's something that I'm considering for the summer, to explore certain things that might include ferries. So we'll see. Hakone is very beautiful. I would visit there and also take a ferry to Dogashima. Yeah, I put a 4-hour time frame between me landing in Japan and my domestic trip for luggage and relaxing time. Sounds like you have it like sorted. That's great. Winter flights to Sapporo are often delayed. Whilst they're cheaper and faster than the train, they can be more stressful if you have stuff planned. Yeah, I think that when it comes to things like that, specific regions and, actually, obviously, winter's going to be an interesting one. Sapporo is going to be an interesting one. But I would say give yourself plenty of buffer room. Definitely give yourself plenty of buffer room. But let me have the other part of the Tokyo banana, guys. Thanks so much. Banana fans, Frog Lady. Now they need to come up with a Tokyo banana yuzu banana. That'll be the death of me. Ninja's late to operate in the dark. I see where we are. We can hear you fine, but you need to pay your power bill. I noticed. If I get yen notes from the bank or machine, and just break it in one of those supermarket self-checkout machines. Yeah, those are pretty good. Also, yeah. I wouldn't even know what a $2 bill in the US looks like, to be honest. Just pay the 2,000 at the convenient automatic tills, zero fast. Oh, do they work in the automatic tills? That's pretty cool to know. It's pretty cool to know. +1 for Okayama. Yeah, Okayama Castle is pretty cool, as Gazumi just mentioned, and it makes for an easy base if you want to get to Osaka, you want to get to Kurashiki, to Hiroshima, to Onomichi. There's lots of day trips that you can do around there. You know what, Anna Soto, this question comes up often, and I'm ashamed that as somebody who doesn't have mobility issues, it's something that I've tried to investigate, but I feel it's very difficult to do as somebody who's able-bodied, which is shameful, I have to say, because I wish I had the answer, but I feel that probably getting around with a motor scooter should be fine in those cities. Tokyo, Kyoto, Osaka, they are cities. However, you'd have to look at regulations in terms of, I know that Japan has certain regulations when it comes to driving electric or motorized vehicles on the roads or the pavement, so you got to be careful there. That's my only suggestion. I do hope that this is that there's a bridge that I can, that I can close in the future with a video regarding, things like mobility, site issues, etc. But at the moment, I don't, I don't have the complete answer, and I'm sure there are other resources out there that are far better than me. We need a big room or maybe a small hotel. Ooh, how about a ryokan? I've never had any problems with 2,000 yen notes. Before traveling, I used to exchange £1,000 at the bureau to change. Would give me an astonishing amount of them. Yeah, that used to happen to me all the time. I think ATMs have come a long way in the last few years. Guys, I want to show you one of the purchases that I actually bought in Japan. I think this is a pretty nifty little ruler. It's a ruler, but check out the ruler, guys, because it's a 30 centimeter ruler, but every centimeter, where does it start? Here. Every centimeter is a station of the Yamanote line. Pretty cool, huh? And I bought that from that stupid viral Akihabara shop, which isn't that great, to be honest. I fell into the tourist. Actually, my friends took me there, but I fell into the whole like Instagram, like follow the stupid people of where to go, because yeah, I mean, I bought this. I'm happy. I don't think the shop is that great. There are other shops that I've seen in the past that have sections of JR or whatever that are better. Please smash the like button. Only 50% have done so. Seriously, guys? Come on. Hit the like button, everyone. And if you haven't watched my latest video, and you're watching from a mobile device, or if you have watched it, I'm asking you to do me a favor now, please. Go to my video and hit the, whatever it's called, the hype button. Like, I've forget that it exists. It's a new feature of YouTube, and if you hit that hype button, it will help hype the video up, I guess, and help it reach a bigger audience. So if you have watched the video, then just pop onto the video quickly, hit the hype button. I think it's only a mobile device thing, and if you haven't watched it, when you do, just remember to do that. I'd really appreciate it. It's like a super like, I guess. Oh, they work in some auto tills, not all. Okay, good to know. Good to know. I'd never even tried it in one of those tills, to be honest. Yeah, I think I want to do the overnight ferry, and I know more or less potentially the route that I want to do. I want to go back to Beppu. I really liked Beppu. I only stayed there like 1 night or 2 nights. It wasn't enough time. I felt that I rushed the whole Beppu thingy. And I know that there is an Osaka Beppu ferry, overnight ferry, and I'm very, very, very tempted to try and investigate and do that somehow in an itinerary. Hey Diego, I came back from Japan last week and I'm dealing with having a culture shock back in the US. I miss my wife that had to stay in Japan for work. Oh, that's so sad. But at the same time, lucky wife. Lucky wife. I understand why you miss someone. I'd be more jealous than missing. When planning a trip to Japan, do you use Google or ChatGPT to find local attractions outside the main city areas? I use Google. I use Google. Oh my, it's frozen again. What's going on? Okay. Come on, webcam. Come on, webcam. Work for goodness sake. I am a ninja. In the dark. I don't know what's going on. But I am a ninja in the dark. And I'm going to try and get this to work. Because it doesn't seem to want to work. Oh, here we go. Oh, DJI, what's going on? I was going to say that I use Google, a lot of research for Google. I also do a lot of research for YouTube. I think a lot of people, research using YouTube. When it comes to ChatGPT, you know what? I tend to try to keep away from ChatGPT because as somebody who knows Japan travel quite well, it's given me so much bad information. It's basically trained on, I think that ChatGPT is sort of trained on TikTok and Instagram trends, and a lot of the time you end up getting information that's just very bland, and it even hallucinates routes that don't exist, which is crazy. I've been actually saving, and it's a video that I've been wanting to do for a while now, but since the summer I've been using ChatGPT on purpose to try and help my trip. But I've been saving screenshots of the craziness. Like, it's told me, I was staying in Gotanda, and it told me that I could get to, I can't remember where I wanted to go, using, I think, the Ginza line, and the Ginza line doesn't even stop in Gotanda. And I had like a semi-argument with ChatGPT saying there is no Ginza line in Gotanda, Oh. Right, let's try let's try something different. Maybe it's a cable. Let's see. Webcam. Are we back? Okay, let's see. So yeah, I would say just use ChatGPT with caution. It's not something bad. It's just use it with caution. Doing your own research, and then maybe passing it for ChatGPT is what I would suggest that you do. Kampai, everyone. Okayama denim is great. Little pricey. I haven't got any. I wish I should really. Searching for spots on Google Maps. Yeah, that's another way to do it. Yeah. Hey Laurie, how you doing? Hi everyone. Hi Nathan. So actually, when it comes to where were we? I have not seen a single wheelchair in any Japan streams I've seen in years. I've seen plenty of wheelchair users actually in Japan. And there is this channel called Wheeling Around the World or something like that, or Wheeling Around. And they did a series traveling around Japan in a wheelchair that you might be interested in watching, actually. You might get information, you might even be able to contact the person. Oh, why are you being such a dickhead? Sorry. Let me change the cable. Maybe it's a cable thing. What is going on? Let me try a different cable, because this cable might be the problem. Let's try this cable. No. Oh. Stupid. No. This is I swear that the Pocket is a great little nifty camera, but it doesn't want to work. I'm gonna have to move on to the webcam, which is of far less quality. Right, everyone. Not even that works. I think it might be OBS problem. Alright, I think it's actually a software problem and not a DJI Pocket problem. So sorry, DJI, for speaking crap about you a minute ago, because yeah, it wasn't even working. Much less quality, but hey, we're still here. So yeah. Have you been to Kojima Jean Street? Have I been to Kojima Jean Street? Where's that? Kojima Jean Street. Maybe I have, maybe I haven't. In Okayama, yeah. Yeah. Jean Street. Finally, you get to use the Yamanote line for the first time on Friday the 5th, on my 5th trip to get to Shinjuku to Nippori. I must do a loop next time as the views were great. Cool. Ooh, I can't remember my first Yamanote line. I don't even think I was aware of the Yamanote line, as in I was just traveling around and getting on trains and, you know. Your Shimura Sakao video on Happy Guys last week was the video I was waiting for. I started my first stay in Japan there. Really? Ooh. Awesome. 25 years ago. Awesome, dude. Very cool. If you are visiting Kurashiki, please consider visiting the Woodblock Print Museum. It's beautiful. I highly recommend it. It was actually recommended by Japan Ichiban, and it was pretty darn cool. Just the building in itself is spectacular, to be honest. Just the building in itself is spectacular. I always hype you as I watch on my iPad. Yay, thank you. You're one of my free hypes. Or something. I think that a lot of people forget about the hype feature, you know? I book using booking.com and Klook. Those are my two sort of things. I've never booked using Google, ever. Kurashiki Piggy Bank Museum. Really? I have never been there. I took vitamin C drinks from the conveni every day this trip, and I did not get sick. Good tip when you're traveling in December. I think It's always a good tip to keep your vitamins going, you know. Hey, well, good night, Gold Coast. Thank you for watching. With Google Maps, once you know your location, you can search any keyword and spots are going to come up. Hotels, museums, yeah. That's a really good tip, Gazumi. And then you can pin them in a list. +1 for ChatGPT giving bad info. Seriously, it's so good in so many ways. But when it comes to Japan, some things are just like, what? You gotta be careful. I think, you know, get 70% of it right. Had a great trip in the summer last year thanks to your videos. Thanks so much for your help. Hey, Step Over Mike, thank you so much. What was so special about the video, and what video was it, by the way? Hey, Jamie. If you speak Japanese, the Navitime application is good. There's an English version of Navitime. I find Navitime is okay. I still prefer Google Maps. Have I been studying any more Japanese? I have had zero time. zero time. Seriously. My maps feature. That's also a good way of doing it. Hey, we've got any recommendations for Wagyu spots in Takayama? Yes, Jesse. Right. Send me a message on Instagram or send me a message on Discord or something, and I'll find you the restaurant that I went to and had some incredible Wagyu. Right? I just can't remember off the top of my head, but I'll be more than happy to research the restaurant. And yeah, so thanks for being a member, dude. If you slack Google, you could be blacked out, probably. What video editor do I use to create those incredible videos? JMC. I use Final Cut Pro, and thank you so much. I think I get better every time. I appreciate it. Coke Zero Time, guys. Searching hotels, the prices will be displayed. You see, I'm learning something. Is Tsukiji worth it? Christopher, I made a video on Ninja Monkey on this channel. Basically, I think it's called Is Tsukiji Worth It or something like that. And I think Tsukiji is sort of worth it, but at the same time, it's a tourist trap. You just need to go with that mentality that it is a tourist trap, okay? But it kind of is worth it, but it kind of isn't. It's one of those weird ones. Chatbots are much more useful for working out a schedule when you already know. Yeah, that's exactly it. But don't ask for directions and don't ask for suggestions. It's just gonna give you like the top 10 like crappy suggestions. Oh, there you go. This is a channel that talks about wheelchair travel. Is that, what channel was that? Wheeling Around? Is that the one that was talking about? Wheel Around the World, yeah. I contacted the guy about doing a collaboration, and he seemed quite keen on doing a collaboration, but then he never got back to me. I use hotels as you often get super cashback via Quidco. What is Quidco? Ooh. For my trip, I just came back. It was 20%. Wow, that's pretty cool. I think prices of Booking.com are quite fair. I think that when it comes to Booking.com, I agree with Japanese Japan, and I think that when it comes to Booking.com, there is a little bit of a markup sometimes, just a tad little bit of a markup, but the convenience is just so, you know, you're sort of paying for the convenience of using it. Hey, you're in Japan now. What? You're one up on us. Hey, all Jesse. Fun fact, didn't know you cannot dine in Family Mart. You cannot dine in Family Mart? I'm not very sure about that. I've eaten in Convenies. I'm not sure if it was Family Mart or not. Monkey, you should draw a picture of yourself so we could see you since your camera is giving you problems. Well, hopefully it's okay. Now I'm on this crap. Maybe if I clean it, it will help a little bit. Also, ooh, that's a little bit better, isn't it? Transit as his fan has been fun. Yep, Hakone done it a few times. Any tips? If you're doing it as a day trip, then leave super early. You can get your seats from the station directly. From Shinjuku Station to Hakone is quite easy. My recommended route is to head up to the volcano, like sort of like steam black egg area first, and then go down to the lake, get the pirate boat, and then you can do the shrine, or you can do onsen. Don't necessarily trust the posted visitors hours. Well, that's Google in general, I think. That is Google in general. Ooh, where's my... Let's take a second to remember Tokyo Drew. Indeed, always remembering him. His anniversary will be coming up soon. Not quite yet, but soon. He's been in my mind. I have this Tokyo Drew. Ooh, what am I pointing at this time? Team Drew. He gave me this actually. He did. I miss him. Takayama. I love Takayama. You know what? I would go back in a heartbeat and spend longer. I spent like 3 or 4 nights in Takayama, and I felt like it was too short. What's the likelihood the airport tax-free counter will actually check whether you've consumed the tax-free products you bought? I don't know. I don't know how to answer that question. The new implementation. I mean, you shouldn't be consuming tax-free products that you've bought. Basically, is what it comes down to. So, my suggestion is just follow the rules, and you'll be fine. The most important thing is that you're exiting the country with those goods. That's the main thing. And consumables are usually put in a special seal bag, and that's going away with the new system, by the way. They will no longer be put in those sealed bags. I guess that if you really needed to like use or consume something, that you have evidence that you're taking it out. So, like if it's some kind of makeup, then make sure that you still have the makeup thingy. I don't know. Double hype. Is a Sugamo travel and area gold. Gazumi. I like that area a lot. Irish coffee or Konbini coffee. Ooh, thank you so much, Gazumi. Arigato gozaimasu. I'll be going to Dublin for my first time ever next month. In a few weeks' time, actually, mid-February. Usually I go to Japan, but I decided that since I recently became an Irish citizen and my Irish passport will be arriving in the next week or so, I guess I thought, this will be the perfect opportunity to basically visit the motherland as an Irishman, and also save a little bit of money by not going to Japan, because my Japan trips are starting to add up. Sugamo, Sugamo. I try to book with the hotel's own site when possible. Yeah. Do you know if the new Prime Minister's policies are having an effect on tourism and foreigners? I don't think they're having an effect right now on tourism. I doubt they'll be having an effect on tourism in general. I think the biggest effect is going to be on the residents of Japan. Foreign residents of Japan will be feeling things. Perhaps not. But as I focus more on tourism, where do you find the best food, Christopher? You know what? You could pretty much find great food anywhere in Japan. Don't get me wrong. There have been cases where I've gone in, eaten something and thought to myself, what the heck is this? Am I even in Japan? It does happen. However, I would say 95% of the time you're going to get a good meal. My recommendation is always go where the locals go. Find a ramen store, an izakaya or something with a queue of locals, not a queue of tourists. And when searching on Google Maps, then you could search in Japanese instead of in English. So for example, instead of writing ramen, write ramen in find the Japanese characters. Do I think it's trying to control by attracting higher spending tourists? 100%, because that's what the government has actually said that they're doing. The government of Japan and the tourism of Japan have for the past few years been saying that they're trying to attract, like higher end spending tourists. Do I feel nervous when I travel alone to Japan? I'm planning a solo trip next year. I'm going to plan everything out myself. I don't feel nervous anymore when I travel to Japan, but I do remember the very first time, maybe even up to the second time of traveling on my own. I'm thinking, oh my god, I'm on my own. Like, what the heck? I'm on my own. But I think that Japan is very safe and people are very helpful. And if you are traveling on your own and you're feeling a little bit nervous, the best thing that you can do is do what you're doing, and that is plan very well. The very first time that I went to Japan on my own, I had like 3 or 4 different alternative routes for where I was going, just in case something went wrong, just for peace of mind. No worries. Japan is probably the best place for solo travel. In fact, I have a video about about travel anxiety. I have one video talking about travel anxiety. It's a real thing. And I have another video talking about what it's like traveling as a solo traveler. And I keep on looking at the camera that doesn't work. Oh my god, Jim. The Fuji. I went to an onsen in Kawaguchiko just a few days ago, and I mean, seriously, this I'll show you from my from my phone. First of all, this isn't my photo or my video. This is not right. That is my photo. That is the day that I got. That is the weather that I got. That is the view that I got. I mean, that's a freaking wallpaper, guys. That's the best view of Fuji I've ever had, I think, to be honest. And I have so many other photos I'll have to share. Let me show you another one. Like, I mean, it was incredible. So I was taken to an onsen with a Fuji View onsen, and it was amazing. It was one of the best sort of like day trip onsen things that I've ever done, and I would so do it again. It had outdoor pools, indoor pools, uninterrupted views. You're in the bath and you are outside and you could see food. It was like magical, guys, magical. I spent 5 days in Okinawa. It's not enough. I'm going back next time for 2 weeks. Yes, I agree with you. From Denver, the Mile High City. Ooh. Suica Penguin is hiding behind your head. It is. Actually, we have a new Suica Penguin that's hiding, not just, we have various Suica Penguins. There's one, where is it? There's one behind my head. That's a new one. That one there is a new Suica Penguin. I bought it on this trip in memory of the Suica that's leaving. And then this little guy here, let's put in here for now. There's another Suica Penguin there. Thanks for answering my earlier question about checking the tax-free products at airport. My main concern was about opening the sealed bags since they are really, really hard to pack. Yeah, well, basically that's going away. The sealed bags are going away. If you're traveling to Japan after November the 1st, that is going away. Are we getting a Dublin live stream? Probably. I'm guessing. I'm talking about live streams. I did actually bring I wanted to show Jim, who graciously donated this gear to me. I wanted to show you exactly what I purchased. And first of all, it's so much lighter than the one that I had before. And it has this sort of light thing. You put the phone goes here. And it has a light. Where's the light? How do you turn it on? Maybe it needs to be connected for the light. But it has a little light there. And the light, I think it needs to be connected to the phone for the light to work. Yeah. And yeah, it's pretty cool. And the most important thing is, because this was broken from the other one, is that it has this little nifty thingy. So I can put it down and it tracks me and everything. I love it. Thank you so much, Jim. I am sure that it will bring a lot of joy to lots of people as I travel. And hopefully, I'd like to do a dabbling live stream. I don't know how safe it is. This is the thing when thinking about live streaming. I'm back, safe but sad. I have Japan blues. I mean, just yesterday I was like, where are my Japan toilets? I miss my Japan toilets. Hida Wagyu is amazing, yeah? Ireland is still in the EU, makes going to Spain easier? Yeah, I guess so. It will make everything easier. It's hard to find a bad meal, but not impossible. I agree. I mean, I've had a few. I mean, as somebody who's traveled to Japan so many times, I've had bad meals also, But I would say that generally you get very good meals. Avoid McDonald's. I have McDonald's breakfast every now and then. Feeling a bit nervous for this 1 month solo trip. I've got Tommy. We got your back. We got your back, okay? It's going to be amazing. The tax refund area at the airport is going to be madness. Chinese tourists love Ginza and drop $30,000 in luxury stores to resell once home. We'll see. We'll see. I mean, I think it's definitely going to be madness to begin with. I mean, even I'd say that we've seen the transition at the airports with the self kiosks. If anybody's done the self kiosk thing in Narita or Haneda, to begin with, they weren't fully implemented. They were implemented sometimes they worked, sometimes they didn't. And I think that now things are smoothing out and things are working pretty well. I got through Narita Airport in What was it? 15 minutes? Something ridiculous, crazy. Used to get nervous before trip. It's normal, right? I like Japanese McDonald's. Nathan, where was a place we had a Makidi's, me and you and Michaela? We were on our way to Sawara, but stopped in the middle of nowhere. It was actually, you know what it was? It was Narita. It was Narita. Wasn't it Narita? Like Narita Station. Not the airport. Sometimes, you know, it's good for a for a pick me up. Oh, you got no idea, Christopher, what I've just read. I read your question completely wrong. I read it's worth staying in a ryokan instead of Onitsuga Tiger. What the heck? It's worth staying in a ryokan instead of a hotel in Osaka or Tokyo. It's always worth staying in a ryokan. However, if you have a choice and you can only stay in a few ryokans, I would recommend like more rural locations for ryokans, if that's the case. Traveled to Japan on my own in 2017. Trust me, no need to be scared or worried. It's easy, just go with the flow and plan. Yeah, definitely, dude. Part of the adventure for me of Japan, travel to try new places that make me a little nervous. Yeah, I mean, there have been a few places that even myself, I felt a little bit like, how am I going to get here? You know, with public transport, very limited trains at times when you go rural, but you always find a way. It's like a challenge. I've been to Okinawa. I went to Ishigaki in Okinawa and I absolutely adored it. Yeah, please share, Tommy, please. Empowerski, how are you doing? Lord McGray. What the hell? I was like, who the heck is Empowerski? Hello, Lord McGray. How are you doing? Did you get my card, by the way? Those two photos are amazing. Seriously, I have so many more. Like, it was just like crazy. I took a photo. Like, if you've ever seen, I put it on my Instagram at one point, but check this one out. That was my coffee spot. Life is good. I'm not gonna lie, life was very good in that spot. It was epic. And I had a Mount Fuji curry at the onsen with a beer, obviously, right? But let's see what else. I had such a lovely trip, seriously, guys. I mean, even for those of you who've been to Oishi Park, that's Oishi Park there. Pretty incredible, eh? And I think that's from my phone. Eh? I've got pictures from my camera. I'm planning a trip and want to go from Kyoto to Lake Kawaguchiko. Do you think this is something that can be done easily? The only route I know is from Tokyo or Fuji. Could you go to Kawaguchiko from Kyoto? I'm guessing you could. It's sort of at the other side, right, of the volcano, though, so it might take you longer, you know. Over the past few trips, what are the most memorable places to enjoy visiting every time? Memorable. I love Onomichi. I mentioned this many times. Onomichi is a great place. Takayama, again. I want to go back. Obviously, Okinawa, Ishigaki. I would 100% return to Ishigaki. The list just can go for forever. No matter where I've been in Japan, I've never been able to so long as I want to. I know, right? So true. You went to Sandori Hall in Tokyo. Nice. Few to zero foreign tourists. You travel so often to Japan besides YouTubing. What kind of work do you do at home that allows so much leave? I'm a teacher, so I have a lot of vacation time as a result. What is the most Japan thing that has happened to you during your visits? Ooh, Craig. The most Japan thing that has happened. Well, this is kind of a Japan thing. I have footage of it. I've just never done anything with it. Um, in Koyasan, I was standing at a bus stop, and this car, with my suitcase on the way to the train station, and a car like slowly pulled forward and stopped, and then reversed, and basically said, "Where are you going?" I said, "I'm waiting for the bus. I'm going to the station." And he said, "Oh, I'll give you a lift to the station." And so he took me to the station, and I really panicked, but I was following Google Maps to see the route, and at one point he was going in completely wrong route, and I really panicked. Actually, I thought, this is it. Japan is not safe. But he pulled over, and I was like, "Oh my god, he's gonna kill me!" and he went, "Sorry, I'm lost." And then everything was fine. I think that was kind of a Japan thing. Let's see. Trying to get some questions. You don't want to see me doing belly dancing. The Hanshin Hotel will pipe actual hot water to the rooms. What? That sounds amazing, Tawada. Wow. Not yet received the card from you, but the ones I sent on November to my family also took 4 weeks. Okay, so hopefully soon. I had the Great King Yeti at Burger King in Japan last year. It featured 4 beef patties, 6 slices of Gouda cheese, and white cheese sauce. It came with a sticker. It was really good. Awesome. You know what? I tried to get the yuzu whatever at KFC, and they didn't have it anymore. I was so disappointed. How many planned trips do I have to Japan this year? So far, I have April and obviously summer, and that's it for now. But probably it will be November and December, probably. Gero Onsen is nice near Takayama. Yeah. I know, I prefer Lord McGray also. Your Highness. Do I buy a lot of tech or anime stuff when I visit Japan? You know what, it's got to the point that I visit Japan so often that I don't buy anything for myself. I hardly buy anything for myself. But people keep on asking me to buy them things, so I'm like become a personal shopper. Kanazawa is pretty cool. Huh? Have you been there? You've been there a bunch. Any cult stories? I haven't got any cult stories other than that time that I was taken into a room and they tied me up. I'm joking. I haven't got any cult stories, but I have been approached a few times by random Japanese people with very good English sitting next to me in the train and, telling me that I can go to a prayer meeting or whatever. I once gave sunscreen to a performer at the Akita Kanto. Ooh, outside 7-Eleven. Later in the evening, their float stopped literally in front of where I was standing. Before they left, he ran over for a selfie. Awesome. That's so cool. Actually, the most Japan thing that's ever happened to me is the time when I was visiting a tiny little village in Tokushima in Shikoku, like a little fishing village, and they were doing a village matsuri, and I was like just there as a tourist, like random strange. Actually, my friend took me there, and they insisted that I join in. So I ended up carrying the omikochi, I think it's called, and they kept on like giving me sake, and I got really drunk, and yeah, that was my most Japan experience for sure. Do I envision myself writing in Japan? I highly doubt it, to be honest. Highly doubt it. You have to wait 14 days to change the display name again. Is there a limit? Seriously? Ooh. Oh, retiring. Do I envision myself retire? I was like, writing? I don't write here. I'm not going to write in Japan. And retiring. I don't know, because Japan doesn't have a retirement visa as such. Would I still be visiting when I retire? Would I be visiting more? Would I be using more of my retirement, the time? Possibly. But you never know. I still have a good 9 or 10 years to go before I retire, so. Hello, brother. Are you searching for something? Really? Ooh, Bojo. Yes, I'm searching for Sugamo. With time pressing to get to the airport at a bus stop, I asked 2 schoolboys if they knew the bus timetable. Off they walked. A little later, a car pulled up with them, Dad, and drove me there. Ooh, wow. Pretty cool. Oh, the onsen name that I visited in Itabashi, I highly recommend. Like, super, like, I will return there, like, for sure. Hold on a minute, because I took a photo of the sign, like, of the name of it, because I really wanted to share the onsen. It is so, and it's like so well kept. Where is it? Come on. Pictures. I have so many pictures. This is the problem, right? The main problem is that you end up with way too many. Come on. Here. Can you see that? Maenohara Onsen. Guys, we're gonna add this maybe. Bojo, I know you like adding things to the hidden spots page on the Discord, but I'm gonna have to add that to the secret places list. Do you know, Nathan, where's the best place in Tokyo to buy vinyl records? Do they have any mega shops like Virgin Records? Yes, pretty much. I wouldn't know exactly for vinyl, but I don't think it's going to be difficult to do a little bit of research and find various locations for you. Waking up in Shimbashi, really tired, but it's a holiday today, so I'll relax today. What are you going to do? Dude, this onsen, seriously, Daingola, I was just saying, is pretty cool in Idobashi. Maenohara Onsen. It's like a really, really nice onsen. Super easy to get to. Highly recommend it. Outdoor pools, like feels like a freaking good onsen from a rural town stuck in the middle. By the way, hello. Ooh, I don't have the Apple AirPods that does that, unfortunately, so I haven't been able to use that yet. Jimbo Show, probably for vinyl. It's true. Dolphin. Hey, Dolphin. Koenji, and actually maybe just trying to think. I agree on the living in Japan versus visiting it statement. Definitely. I agree too. Right, guys, I'm gonna start closing the stream here. But what a great stream for the first one of the year. Crazy to think there's the first stream of the year. And if you're watching this in the replay, don't forget that you can actually leave a comment and we'll get to it. You know, basically, if you're not subscribed, subscribe and check out my second channel, the Happy Gaijin, for more content, more stuff. And other than that, please go and watch my last video on this channel and give it a hype. I'd appreciate that. Will I go back to twice weekly streaming, Jamie? I don't think I can, unfortunately. I think that the Happy Gaijin streaming on a Wednesday will be as and when I can. I cannot edit videos and stream. I just don't have the time, unfortunately, and I have a full-time job. So we'll see. Anyway, guys, thank you so much. It's been fun, and once again, let me just go through the super chats, the fun funding. Thank you so much to Frog Lady for the banana and yuzu fans. Thank you so much to Jim Ross for the 5 Ninja Monkey gift memberships and also for the gimbal. I'll be eternally thankful there. Thanks to Rank. Thank you so much, Rank, for that super chat. And thank you to Gazumi also for that super chat too. Really appreciate it. And for those of you who have been members for months and months and months and months, I really appreciate it. I need to get myself ready for work, unfortunately. On that note, stay positive, be happy, Gaijin, and take care.